The Homeless Monkey
by
by T. Albert. Once upon a time there lived a monkey who had no home of his own. They called him Springs, for he always walked with the bounce in his steps. He had sold everything he owned, and with that money he started traveling the world. He, he wanted to see the world's smallest, biggest wonders. He traveled from village to village, town to town, and offered his services to do work in exchange for food and shelter. He was happy. He was a happy monkey, and he loved helping people. One day he passed through the village of Silver, where 20 animals lived. He saw an old beaver, so he walked up towards him and said, "Hello, Mr. Beaver. If I was to do some garden work for you today, hey, would you be so kind as to give me something to eat?" The old beaver agreed and asked Springs to do some gardening and fix up few things around the house. It was a long and tiring day for Springs, but enjoyed his day. When Springs returned to the house in the evening, the whole village had gathered there. There was a lot of food put out on the large wooden table, and everybody was celebrating as to how a hero had, had to come to their small village. They all had a great time that night. It was like a big party. There was dancing and lots of food, and Spring really enjoyed this evening. The following morning, when Springs was ready to leave, the old beaver approached Springs with the earth on in his eyes and said, "Thank you for joining us for dinner. Please come back whenever you'll have time. I have two boys around your age who I have not seen in 10 years. Spending time with you reminded of my boys." Springs did not know what to say, so he just hugged the beaver. He just like his he would like his father, and set off on his way. He would promise to return one day. Springs had been walking for some time, and he was tired. He saw two highway robbers who pushed him down and took his bag away. When the robbers looked in his pocket, he found a rope, some tools, and some bread. He threw his bag on the ground and ran away. Springs picked up his backpack and continued on his journey. He started to think about all the good and bad in the world. The, the, but it was so long and winding and finally led him to a dark forest. The only way he could continue his journey was to walk through the forest. Springs walked for more than an hour, and then he realized he was lost. He decided to climb up a tree to realize and eat some of the bread that the villagers had given him. Suddenly, his brain heard some voices shouting for help. He climbed on the on the tree and the direction the voices were coming from. Springs reached the place where the voices were coming from. Springs reached the voices were coming from. He saw that the two robbers who had pushed him earlier that they were trapped inside a deep hole in the ground. They were both trapped and couldn't get out, and they were yelling for help. Springs quickly reached into his backpack and grabbed the open and it was inside. He tied one end of the rope to a tree and threw the other and the hole. The hole. The robbers both took me. He climbed up the roof of the city. The robbers were amazed that Springs had saved them. One robber asked, "Why did you help us? He pushed you and tried to rob you earlier." Springs replied, "There are good people and bad people in this world. There are good people who good things and bad the people do bad things." I have kids that to be one of the good people. The two robbers were amazing. He's by Springs reply. Springs told the robbers, "I have trouble. I have trouble. I will happiness like sorrow. I have I I have met all kinds of people, good, bad, old and young. I have experienced all sorts of bad things, but I have always tried to do only good things. As Prince was leaving, he gave the two robbers some bread with a smile and said, "I hope what I have said today he will help you realize that there is always a way to live without causing harm to others." Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, not yet, not yet. Open here. Open. We will ask you some question. No, here. Okay. What is the title of the story?
The Homeless Monkey.
And who is the author?
T. Albert.
Where is the setting? Where are the setting? There are two settings. In the
Village and the forest.
and the forest. Who are the friends in the village? Who did he meet? Who brings
20 animals and the robbers.
no? Oh, okay. Give me the characters of the story. It's the main character is what's the name of the main character? The monkey. What's his name? Oh, his name is what's his name? Spring. Okay. Whom did he meet in the forest? I know in the village?
It's the old beaver.
Beaver. And then what help did he do to the old beaver? He fixed his
It's house,
garden.
garden,
And then what did they do for beaver in return?
to to the forest.
No, what did they the beavers, what did the beaver do to Spring? They gave him a lot of,
They give him a lot of food.
yes. And then when he left in the and walk, it started to walk in the forest. Whom did he meet? What happened to Beaver to Spring when he kept walking? There was a two. There was a
To robbers.
robbers. What did the robber do?
He pushed him down and took his bag away.
Oh, and then what did they found inside his bag? He just found a
He just found some tools and some bread.
yes, and then they throw it away. And then when he started to walk, he heard some voice. What happened to the two robbers? They were
Running away.
no, he heard some voice asking for
Help.
help. What happened to the two robbers?
They were falling in the deep hole.
And then he go help them. And what is the moral lesson of the story? We what's the moral lesson of the story?
We tried to help you earlier.
No, we have to help people. And what did the monkey Spring said? There are two kind of people in the world.
Why these ones are not monkeys? Those are people.
Okay. There are what did Spring said to the robbers? There are two kind of people in the world. The the
The what?
what are the two kind of people in the world? There are
Springs.
there are
The robbers.
no what are the two kind of people in the world? He said there are two kind
There are two kinds of people, such as good people and bad people.
and Spring decided to be a
Good.
he decided to be good. Okay, that's the moral lesson. We always have to be good. Mm. Where is Spring go? Where will Spring travel? Is going to travel west around. Spring will go travel. Spring will go travel around.
The world.
Okay. Okay, stop na. That's enough.